morning everybody, welcome to another adventure. I'm going off into the woods. There's not a lot to do when you get cloudy overcast days. Now we had snow the other day and I thought, woo, we're in for some white photos, and it lasted all of an hour. Oh my word, just when you think it's going to be fabulous. But I thought I would take a trek into Lyminge Woods and see if I could find anything that's worth photographing. Now Lyminge Woods is a spruce stroke pine forest, so everything's going to be vertical. It's just going to be no quirkiness about it. I don't think I'll find any gnarly trees, but it's worth having a look. It's very wet. Look at this, from the snow and the rain we've been having lately. It looks quite magical and mystical. Look at that. You shall not pass into Mordor. I think I should get some good shots today. Yeah, if nothing else, I'm outdoors. I had my flu jab this morning. It was like a well-oiled machine. My appointment was for 8:33. Get that? When she called me up and said, "Do you want your flu jab?" I said, "Sure." She said, 8:33. I said, "Well, that's precise, isn't it?" She said, "Yes, we don't want you turning up any earlier. And certainly don't be late." So I arrived, took my temperature, walked in, down to the room, in the arm, out, as quick as that. And it was like a conveyor belt for patients. We were all kind of queuing up and dook, 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 dook. So I've had flu jabs in the past. I've never had any reactions, and thankfully I've never had the flu. Not the proper flu. We're talking man flu here. No, I'll say that. I've had it once. It was debilitating, to say the least. I thought I was dying. But don't men do that when they get the flu? Seriously. Men are more susceptible than women to this illness, apparently. I might share a link. I think it's been proven. So don't diss us men when we say we've got man flu. Right, I'm going to take a walk, show you some scenery, and then if I find a composition, we'll set up. We'll take a picture. Sometimes getting out doing shots, come out really not knowing what I'm going to anticipate. So I've got nothing in my mind, what am I going to take a picture of? So it's really just a case of getting out and finding something that catches your eye. And I've got this spooky tree. Look at all these branches jutting out. The sun's coming out through the branches, the tree at the top. And a line, I've got this line. Of course I'm going to get lines because I'm in a pine forest. Is amazing. Might take an upwardly mobile photograph in a short while, but in the meantime I'm going to go for this shot. Let's have a look what settings I'm going to use. So I'm going into manual priority, and don't do that to me. Manual priority. Now that the sun's coming in, I can either reduce the speed of the shutter, or I can reduce the size of the aperture with that sun coming through. Let's have a look at the live view. Okay, I'm recording. So if I turn the polarizer, it should bring out the glorious greens. Is it doing it yet? Oh yeah, you can see it. It brings out the darkness of the bark on the... There we go. Nice orangey hues there. So what I'm going to do, I'm in manual focus. So what I'm going to do, turn that off, turn the recording off. I will focus in, let's focus in on that. That's a leaf, and I can manually focus it so that I can get it as tight. You can see it's getting blurry there. That's about as tight as I can get in, and what perceives to be sharp. Gives me a nice sharp image, don't you think? Turn live view off. So what have I got here? I want to get the exposure compensation right in the middle, so I can either decrease the speed or increase the aperture. I'm on f5, 1/1/16th of a second. Do wish maybe I should set the thing so that it doesn't turn off. What was I going to do? I think that's it. Let's just give it a shot and see what we get. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I was watching a very good video about perspective yesterday, which is what inspired me to come out. Now, credit to Thomas Heaton for this one. If you look at my finger in front of my face, and yet if I move the camera away, you get a different perspective of the finger, and as I come around this side, you can see the fingers move to the left when my camera's shaking all over. What I was thinking in terms of perspective, if I turn to this side, then you lose the line of trees, although that looks quite nice. I might take another shot of that as a handheld, put it at the montage at the end. And as I come around this side, you lose that dynamic altogether. So it's really all about perspective, and sometimes you just have to walk around, move a metre this side, a metre that way, and get a completely different view. And also, don't be frightened to turn the camera around and look behind you, because there might be something fabulous that way as well. So yeah, setting up a composition. I'm going to move on, find another location. Well, I might have to just put this down as a lost cause. Came out with all the best intentions, as always. It's funny how you can walk through with this grandeur, these great visions of these spectacular pictures that even as a novice you're going to get. And then you get more and more dejected because everything looks the same. Pine, pine, vertical, vertical. Bit of sun, no sun. I mean, look. It's not even an enchanted forest, is it? No gnarly trees. No kind of things that just stand out. Hey ho. And that's the way it goes. But I've taken a few random shots, which I'll put together in a montage. The purpose of today was coming out and doing a composition exercise. So, you know, with the whole finger thing, and seeing if I could set myself up in a different location, even if it meant moving a little to the left or a little to the right, just to get a different angle from what the eyes are seeing. Let's have a look. It's bracken, fern, and pine trees, just pine trees everywhere. There are some birches, I've seen some silver birches, which I love. Let's go down here, just one last attempt at one final photograph. You never can tell. I've just spotted a whole bunch of birch trees through here. The forbidden path, or path. I say path because I'm northerly, and there's no R in path, is there? Is that a good shot? You know what, I'm going to go for it, but I'm going to make it monochrome. Let's go for a black and white shot. Right, let's set up and see what we can do. Okay, I've moved a little forward from further down there because we've got the branches and things in the way. It's just cluttering up my shot. Makes it sound like a professional. Anyway, what I was thinking is, we were talking about perspective earlier, you know, with the finger, if I move it that way and that way. So if I give you a shot of what I've got at the moment, let's go into live view. Let's go into recording. So what I've got here, I'm straight down the footpath, trees on either side. And I was just thinking to myself, I like the way that these trees on the left creating kind of a wall. So I thought, well, what's the perspective if I move the camera a little further to the left with this as a leading line, the trees, and opening up the right hand side? So turn that off. Let's move the camera over here. See what it does for us. I might just have to adjust it because I'm a little bit on the incline here. So let's go back into live view. So what I've got that leading line, see it there? The trees and the footpath. And remember, I want to make this into a monochrome picture, so I'm not really caring a lot about hues and colours, because in post-processing I might be able to enhance it a little bit. Let's turn that off. So come and have a look at the camera settings I'm going to use. So definitely glad we've got the tripod because it's quite dark in here. Now I want to, let's go on live view first of all. No, I want that angle. So I'm going to zoom in with the plus and minus. That brings the screen zooming in. I'm going to set the focus to manual and adjust the focus. I mean, you can see that's out of focus there. And as I turn to infinity, it's not really giving me anything. So I'm kind of happy that that's in focus. The more I zoom out, I've got the whole picture. I think I've got battery power. What am I on here? I'm manual, but I've got auto ISO and it's giving me ISO 5000, which is probably quite right because of how dark it is. F13, 1/10 of a second. So 2-second timer, take the shot. I've got shade on the white balance, so I'm going to change that to cloudy. Take another shot, just a test shot. It's also bland, you see, but I don't like that one. Let's go to auto, just see what it does. Turn the view off. So many things. See, that I think is perfect because there's no greens, no reds. It's almost black and white in itself. And I can tweak a photo here that's saying set it to monochrome. This will give me an idea of what it would look like in black and white, and then I can enhance. It's not particularly good on this screen, but we'll see what we do in post-processing. Do I want to do a portrait? Yes, I'm going to try portrait shots. So those two shots together look like this. So did I tell you about the vaccination? I can't remember if it was recording or not, so I'll do it again. So when I went in for the jab this morning, she said to me, these are not our normal vaccinations. They don't come from the normal source, which I guess is UK or Europe, because she had to make the point that they came from America. And like, who am I to argue? You guys have tested them, you've approved them, where they come from. You're the NHS, right? Stick me, baby, one more time. So, I think the side effects of a flu jab are that because they inject the virus into you, so that your antibodies can fight against it and give you immunity. So, I think that's what I've always understood it to be. Prove me wrong, people. So in receiving the flu vaccination, I'm being injected with a dose of flu. So I might actually start to have some kind of effects. My back. I remember when I have flu, my back hurts. My back and my hips, and I'm like, oh. just don't feel like, you don't feel nauseous or anything like that. You just feel completely whacked out. And then on top of that, you get the head cold. So you either get a head cold and sort of totally whacked out, or you just totally whacked out. So, I missed it, didn't I? The leaves are singing to me. The leaves. Look at this. This is beautiful. The trees. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love being around trees. I'm not a tree hugger by any stretch of the imagination, but I love that these organic things give off oxygen and they thrive on our carbon dioxide that we breathe out. We are one with the trees. Okay, I can't wait anymore. I'm losing interest now. And this video is going on far too long. Remember that other one I did for 5 minutes? And I was told it's not long enough. So it's a fine-tuning thing of incorporating my hobby, which is the photography, and actually rambling on about life, how it's affecting me, what's happening in my life, you know, sharing it with you. So almost like vloggy photography. Is there such a thing, vloggy photography? There are too many, I say too many, there's never enough, right, of the very, very gifted photographers out there who do fantastic videos with their B footage, and I tried to do it at the beginning of the video with the car. You know, it's a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of thinking. The reality is, if you're trying to put a video together because your channel focuses on your livelihood, and I have nothing against that, if that's your livelihood, then you need to put those videos up, otherwise you're not going to get a livelihood. Do I repeat myself? But when it's a hobby like mine, then I think it is a case of vlogging. Just, you know, hi everybody, today I'm doing okay, and I'm going to go out and take some pictures. I hope you're okay too. You know, that kind of thing. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, bearing with. I hope you like the pictures. I'm going to put a little montage together of everything I've snapped this morning. And at least it's not raining, right? Take care. See you again. Take care. See you again soon.